Nigel Farage joins us in the studio. And Nigel, the Labour Party has picked up two big wins tonight.
I mean, this one was whopping, wasn't it? An absolutely enormous win. I mean, Wellingborough, one of those sort of, in terms of class, in terms of income, almost an old Thatcherite type seat. You know, not your middle classes in Kingswood, a very different kind of seat. Perhaps actually quite typical of Middle England in many, many ways. The remarkable thing about the result is how reflective it is of national opinion polling.
Yeah.
You know, 46, 25, 13 with the three parties. Remarkable. So big win for Labour. Of course we're going to talk about... I mean, tonight was the night Reform came of age. It became a real political party, not a theoretical political party. And both those results show that. And, you know, we'll have to see where it goes from here. But the other standout to me is the Liberal Democrats have lost deposits in both of these seats. Now, you would have thought, with the Conservatives under attack from Labour in the old Red Wall, you would have thought that in Surrey and those kind of southern home counties, this would have been the Lib Dems' big election. They are making, in fact, far from any impact, they appear to be going backwards. That's also, I think, worthy of note.
It's interesting to see how close the Green Party came to overtaking the Liberal Democrats. The Liberal Democrats on 1,122.
Within a few votes.
The Green Party on 1,020.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear that Ed Davey as leader is making zero impact. And it isn't just the post office scandal, it's the fact that he's chickened out of attending PMQs week after week after week. I mean, the Lib Dems did well with great leaders. Charlie Kennedy had terrible personal problems, it's a shame, but was a huge personality. Paddy Ashdown had great charisma. Nick Clegg in 2010 kind of beat the other party leaders. So the Lib Dems can do well with charismatic leadership. They haven't got it.
You know what? We're talking about the art of oratory. We're talking about the art of charisma. I remember Paddy Ashdown during the referendum. I was there at some of the debates. The way that he could, even if you disagreed with him, grip a room. He had real presence, real charisma, real just a gift for public speaking.
He really did. And the odd thing is that I don't think, and maybe the panel will disagree, but I don't think that Sir Keir Starmer or Rishi Sunak,
no.
I don't think either of them have that inspirational flair that some people have in life.
And yet, if you think about the parliamentarians who do have it, Michael Gove comes to my mind. Now, he's not ever going to be a particularly popular party leader, but my goodness, does he have that art of oratory nailed on? Yeah,
Michael can speak. But actually, if you look at debates in the House of Commons, there are very, very few people in the modern world that can stand up and really inspire. I mean, ironically, perhaps George Galloway, you know, whatever you think of his politics, is one of those people that's got an amazing ability to reach out to a crowd, to emote, to get people to agree. And we just saw, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but, you know, good luck to Jen Kitchen. She's now the Labour MP. I mean, that wasn't a speech. That was reading off a sheet of paper. And it kind of sums up, I think, how low-grade our politics is becoming. And how, isn't it odd, we're not even voting for candidates anymore. We're voting for and against party leaders. We've almost got a quasi-presidential system now, operating in general elections, in by-elections. What were people in Wellingborough voting on? They weren't really voting on the local candidates very much. They were voting on national perception of how they see things, whether they like or dislike leaders.
It could have been any identikit candidate. And to be honest, to some extent, the scandal in Rochdale will probably make the Labour Party even more cautious of any candidate who's sort of has stepped out of or three wheels or doesn't read off a script.
Which means you get even more boring candidates with less life experience. I mean, look, tonight's been fascinating. There are no huge shocks tonight. Lib Dems doing very badly. Reform actually exceeding on balance their national opinion polling. Labour, as we expected. Tories, as we expected. I think in a couple of weeks' time with Rochdale, I mean, my goodness gracious me, this is potentially one of the most exciting by-elections we've seen for years.
Oh, yeah, this is just the beginning.